What's up, guys? Isn't this absolutely adorable? I felt like I was gonna die when I saw these. I got these on Amazon. They're a bunch of little Kirby's. They're like a lot of them. I have them all on my table. And they all came in a package. They came from Japan, obviously. Japan has like all the freaking coolest things ever. All the awesome toys. This is so cool. Oh no! I killed Kirby! That's okay, I have like 10 more. The pack of 10 was like $12 on Amazon. And I was like, yes! Now let me answer some of y'all guys' questions. Is there a character from the past games that has never been a part of the team you'd like to see in that capacity? Blasto. Blasto would be an amazing party member. As like goofy as that would be, like for you to even imagine, because Blasto is just, it's funny. But if you think about it, it could work. It could work. Like they would be these freaking crazy biotics or something. You know who I would have loved to have been a party member, but he never really got the chance? Nihilus. Nihilus would have been an amazing party member. I love Nihilus. And we got to see too little of him, so I would love to see Nihilus as a party member, or I would have, and Blasto. In all honesty, too, dude. Blasto would have been such an amazing party member. Did you watch the first Avengers movie? Did you enjoy it? I loved the Avengers movie. I loved it so much. It was so entertaining, so much fun. I just love all those Marvel movies. My least favorite is probably Thor. I haven't seen Thor 2, the second Thor movie, and I haven't seen the last Iron Man movie. I really want to watch them, but I think my favorite out of those Marvel movies is Iron Man 1. That movie was so good. It was so good. And the Avengers. The Avengers is just... Oh, I haven't seen the newest Captain America movie either. I'm like so behind. I just started watching the other day. I felt like I was such an outsider. But the other way I started watching Guardians of the Galaxy. And I got so bored. I was like, oh my god, this is so boring. I was like, wow. Is it just me in this whole universe that does not like this movie? My brother was so mad at me because my older brother loves that movie, and I was like, dude, I didn't like it. And he's like, you're stupid. It was way too goofy to me. It was just like, ugh. I enjoy humor, but I also want to feel that sense of urgency, that seriousness, those moments where you're just like, oh my god, that intensity, and like the Avengers. The Avengers had that. The Avengers had some really goofy moments. Like the part with like Hulk smash where he grabs Loki and he's just like that was pretty damn funny. But there was only a few moments, and the rest of them were you know, you could feel the urgency, and you really felt that these superheroes weren't just there to like mess around or like, you know, it was. And not that I know about Guardians of the Galaxy. My brother would read the comics. My brother knew about Guardians of the Galaxy way before the movie was even made. So so I knew Guardians of the Galaxy was going to be more comedic. Some people were like, oh, it's because you were expecting it to be like Avengers. No, I wasn't. I knew it was going to be more comedic. I mean, just look at Rocket. He's a freaking raccoon. I mean, how was I going to think that was going to be serious? Like, you know, I was like, ooh. This is so realistic. But it was just way too goofy, like a different type of goofy that I'm not really into. Or I'm like, oh, this is kind of childish. It's just different. Different strokes for different folks. If there are going to be more Dragon Age comics, who would you like to see? I think a comic focusing on what Reese and Evangeline are doing would be amazing. I would love to see a comic with Reese and Evangeline from Asunder, because I wanted to know more in Dragon Age Inquisition, but they were just like really side characters on the war table. I would love to know what they were doing, or you know, how maybe incorporate coal somehow. That would be so cool. I'd love to see that. What's the best game you have ever played in your life, and what's the most horrible game you hate? The best game I think I've ever played, some people think it's Mass Effect, some people think it's Dragon Age, but it's actually Red Dead Redemption. I adore that game. Everything about it, it just makes my heart warm inside, where I'm like, oh. I just love Red Dead Redemption. It's so good. I love the theme. I love the genre. I love the characters. I love everything. The writing. Oh, so good. So Red Dead Redemption is my favorite game. Most horrible? I can think of a few right now. I don't play a lot of, like, games that I'm not even interested in, where I'm like, oh, I'll try it, because I'm really picky about what I play. But some of them that are coming to mind are Beyond Two Souls. That was just... I don't hate the game, but I just did not enjoy it 100%. I enjoyed it maybe, like, just the beginning, and the rest of it was, like, kind of a chore. It wasn't the worst game I've ever played, by far, no. But it was, towards the end, was just so... It just got really bad for me. I was like, man, this game, dude, it needs to end, like, now. This one, I can't even beat it, because I feel like I lose brain cells, is Watch Dogs. I cannot do that game, dude. I tried to play it the other day, and I was like, I'm trying, man. I am trying. But I can't do it, dude. I can't. I'm giving up on it. I've hardly ever... I hate giving up on games, but that's just one game that I can't play, dude. It's just so... It's so boring. What's it like in America? If things look different, it's because they are. I had to stop recording yesterday, and now I'm recording today. It's complicated. I guess I'm just gonna give my opinion about Southern California, because that's the only place I've ever lived in, and that's the only place I could really tell you how it is, because it's different in a lot of other places, especially when you're talking about SoCal. The weather is different here. I mean, I think maybe California, and not just all California, but Southern California and maybe Florida have, like, the sunniest states, but Florida is extremely humid. So I would take Southern California, always, forever. I love Southern California. It's my home, and it always will be. Living in America has its good things and its bad things, but I think that's pretty much how it is anywhere, no matter where you live. The U.S. healthcare system is not good at all. It sucks. And it's just so hard to get health insurance. And if you don't have health insurance, you're going to be paying a lot of money to be healthy. So, or at least to maintain your health if you ever get sick. So that's the only thing that really annoys me. The education system is kind of tough as well. It's pretty expensive. I think one thing that you will notice, I mean, it's not the same everywhere, but people, they are kind of detached. You won't really see people stopping and being like, oh, hi, you know, do you need any help or something? You know, people are in their own world. And I think they just want to get from point A to B. Americans are very on the go. They're very quick. They want to, even in the way that we talk, we want to say things as fast as we can with the least amount of words possible, so we link our words together. Everything's just fast. You know, fast food and grocery stores that are, you know, they have like a bunch of cashiers, so you can get out of there fast. Whether it doesn't matter if the food is healthy or organic or not. It's just like, boom, you know, you're out of there. You've got your snacks or whatever, your frozen foods. That's how a lot of Americans are. They're on the go. They don't want to stop. You know, they want to just go. I think Americans have a really big sense of personal space. So that's why you won't see people just like hugging it. And you know, in Europe, people, when they meet strangers, they'll hug each other, they'll kiss each other on the cheek. You will never see that in America. You get a handshake if you're meeting somebody. If you just walk by somebody on the street, you just like, oh, hi. If they say hi to you, then oh, hi. But you will see A lot of Americans find it weird when people are nice. When people just go, oh, hi, how are you? Good morning, whatever. Strangers, just strangers. If someone just comes up to somebody and is like, oh, hi, good morning, how are you? And then they just walk away. It's like, the hell's wrong with that person? It's kind of sad, but it's just something I've noticed. I wish it was more friendly. I wish there weren't so many personal walls that are placed in America, but you do notice it a lot. Not everyone, like I said. Sometimes you meet some really sweet people, some really really nice people, but everyone's in their own little world, and you kind of want to respect that because you don't know who feels that way and who doesn't. I mean, I like when people are nice to me. I like being nice to people, but I do feel that I have a big personal space, because sometimes when people get in my face, I'm like, whoa, dude. You know, like I do have a pretty big personal space. You grow up in a place where a lot of people have big personal spaces where you just don't go too close to them. You don't sit too close. You don't hug people that you don't know. You know, you don't like get up close and talk to them. It's like, I like looking at people straight in the eye when I'm talking, but you will notice a lot of, because of the personal spaces, you will see people like not really making eye contact when they're talking. You know, they'll look around, or you know, something like that, or they've got their nose in their phone. No, but in all honesty, it's a cool place. I love it. You would, like I said, you will find. I'm pretty sure you'll find people like this all over the world. But I have heard. I mean, it's something that I've noticed here, and I have heard other outsiders, like people from out of America, mentioning these things as well that they notice. So I'm guessing it's probably something pretty common here. But it's a nice place to be, especially the diversity when it comes to the environments as well, not just the people, but the environments is extremely diverse. And again, I'm going to mention California because California is what I know. California itself is absolutely diverse. It has every type of environment you could think of. So yeah, you will not be bored in California because you could see a lot of different stuff. But be careful in the summer because, oh my god, it gets hot. What two DAI companions would you be best friends with in real life? Varric and Dorian, for sure. No doubt about it. If you could star in a TV show, what would it be and why? I used to watch the show Stargate Universe. I really loved that show because it not only delved with like space and like this awesome spaceship, but they also took you to these different worlds. So I think that would be a really cool show to be in, because it would be something new, something like awesome every time. So I think I would want to be in something like that, like some kind of sci-fi like that. Or like Battlestar Galactica, something like that, like the newer Battlestar Galactica, where you're a fighter pilot or something. That would be amazing. That would be so cool. So I think some kind of sci-fi. Is there a specific reason you have never gotten into PC gaming? Yes, there is actually. I don't have a PC because I don't have money. Not just the money, because I have had a lot of people, which I am eternally grateful for, but a lot of people have told me, you know, we'll help you. You know, we want to donate for you to get a PC. But as much as that, like I said, that is just mind blowing to me because I'm like, oh my god, like seriously, that's awesome. But at the same time, I'm like, is it really worth it? Because I mean, obviously, I would play. There are some games that I really want to play on PC, like The Witcher 1 is on the top of my list. You know, it's like amazing graphics and like, oh my god, you know, the technology is like, that's where you want to be if you're a gamer. But that's not really why I game. You know, I don't need to have the best graphics, the 60 frames per second, 1080p. I don't have to play like that. Like I don't feel like I need that. You know, I don't feel like I need the best graphics card and freaking almost feel like I'm inside the video game and like, you know, I don't need that. Like, that's not why I game. Is it worth it when it comes to space? Because I literally have nowhere where I would put a PC, another computer, because I wouldn't get rid of my Mac because I like working on videos on a Mac. And I'm just not a technical person when it comes to computers. I get so lost. I get so nervous. I get so anxious that, and I'm like, it just scares me. I'm like, no, I do not want to deal with that. Like, if my PC all of a sudden just stops working, I'm like, and then upgrading. Oh, you need to upgrade to this. Like, I don't want to deal with that. One day, maybe. One day, when some amazing exclusive comes out for the PC where I'm like, I need to play that game, then maybe. But yeah, a lot of people, they tell me, oh my god, MD, oh my god, I can't believe you don't have a PC. And I'm like, you know, I really don't see the need right now. It's just different people. You know, people are different. I feel more comfortable playing on a console. The games that I really want to play, the games the exclusives are on consoles. Like I said, and I don't know why. I'm not comfortable playing on keyboard and mouse. I know I would get used to it after doing it for a while, but I feel more comfortable with a controller. I would be more interested in would be something like the NVIDIA, the Shield, like that, those types of things. The new Shield that NVIDIA announced, and the other one that Valve announced, something like that, like an apparatus that looks like a console, but you stream PC games on there, and you play with like a controller and stuff. That's what I would really be interested in. I would be interested in that. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for your questions. Keep them coming. Ask more questions in this video, and I will keep doing these. I believe I have 6 more to go. I'm going to make 12 of these. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.